Packers looking to win a fourth straight football game and put the Ravens back at 500. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz. Glad to be with you here on the NFL Preview Show presented by Tyson Anytizers, the Monday Nighter, and a big one for both teams. Let's bring in NFL.com's Pat Kirwan to break this down, as we do every single week. And, you know, Pat, you come off of a victory if you're Baltimore in beating Pittsburgh in overtime. You got a lot of momentum, and the one that stands out to me is this defense, which was maligned early and said, what happened to the Ravens defense? They are playing a whole lot better right now, but how do they stand up against that Packers offense?
Well, they are playing better, and they've averaged giving up 11 points a game for the last 4 weeks, and that's a darn nice number. Last week was Dennis Dixon. This is Aaron Rodgers and a vertical passing attack. No Fabian Washington in that Baltimore secondary. There'll be opportunities to throw the football for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, but Pat, part of those 11 points per game in the last 4 weeks was shutting down Indianapolis and holding Peyton Manning to 17 points. So they got a little bit of experience. What's different about facing the Green Bay offense than, say, the Colts offense?
Well, I like the Colt offense more, don't get me wrong on this, but this game is in Green Bay, and what Aaron Rodgers has been doing recently is eliminating the sacks. The guy was being sacked at a pace where I never thought he'd finish the season. He was over 40 sacks, but in the last few weeks, he's reducing that number weekly, and now he's done two things. He throws the ball away. When I try to point this out to young players all the time and young coaches, when you throw the ball away, it goes back to the line of scrimmage. It doesn't go back 8 yards where the sack was. So he's done that, and he's thrown some checkdowns to Ryan Grant. Those two things have helped solidify the passing attack, and Rodgers, who doesn't throw a lot of interceptions, hasn't even thrown one in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, and all those victories, and while he hasn't thrown a pick, his defense has forced 9 takeaways. So what do you think Baltimore has to do in this ballgame offensively to keep pace with Green Bay?
Well, Baltimore is going to come in here, and I like Joe Flacco, and I like their offensive line. Ray Rice is a problem for everybody. He's a young Tiki Barber to me. He's had over 100 yards of offense. I think in 8 straight games, he's going to get his yards. But I don't think that the Raven receivers can get downfield on a consistent basis against Woodson and the defensive secondary of the Green Bay Packers and stay up with the pace of scoring Green Bay, I think will be capable of in this game.
You know, the other part to this also, when you talk about Green Bay, they're 7-4, and you don't think about it when you think of Green Bay. You immediately go to Aaron Rodgers and the season that Donald Driver has had, and Charles Woodson, what he's done. But the defense is number 1 in total defense. They are giving up fewer than 285 yards per game. That has been extremely impressive, and all the credit has to go to Dom Capers and the new scheme that they've put in.
Dom Capers in that hybrid 34 defense and the way they're sending pressure. And, you know, they lost Aaron Campman, and they still have enough young outside backers to bring the heat. They'll blitz a safety. They'll twist the front. They'll do all those things. And those will create some stress on Joe Flacco. If I'm playing Joe Flacco, I'm going to blend in the pressure with what we call man under 2 deep. Because Joe Flacco, I don't believe, is going to run a lot in this game. He can run once in a while. He's called Big Bird back to his rookie season. But get him to run the football. That's not going to beat you. And I think that will be the plan for the Packers.
Yeah, they've had problems scoring in the red zone. Flacco last week, his first touchdown pass in 4 games. It's a huge game for the Ravens at 6-5. They cannot fall back to 6-6. What happens?
I like the Green Bay Packers at home. This game really is going to help out the Pittsburgh Steelers as they regroup and get ready to roll here on their run. I like the Ravens, but I don't think they can go up there now off that emotional win. Consider that they only scored 16 points against Dennis Dixon. When I think about that and put them in Green Bay against Aaron Rodgers, I cannot take the Baltimore Ravens in this game. I will take the Packers, and I think they'll do it by just slightly more than a field goal.
All right, we'll see how slightly more than a field goal. Is that 4 points? Is that 5 points? 6 points, 7 points.
Less than a touchdown.
More than a field goal, less than a touchdown. All right, Pat Kirwan, thank you very much. We'll see you back in New York next week, my friend.
Take care, my friend.
All right, folks, for more on this game, stay right here with CBSSports.com. It's the Monday Nighter, kicks off at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That'll do it for the NFL Preview Show, presented by Tyson Anytizers, the meaty Good Man snack for Week 13. We'll do it all again in Week 14. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.